the night through Papua New Guinea. Now, thank you, Ken, for joining me on another episode of Sports In. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. For me personally, it was stressful covering all the sporting activities over the weekend, as well as this week has been rough for me, but I managed to overcome, and here I am, safe and sound. All right, I know you all Blues diehards out there are upset at the moment. This year is not your year, but yeah, Queensland have done it again 2 years in a row. Last night's game was just massive, with the Maroons coming out victors over the Blues, winning in a big margin scoreline, 32 points to 6. On one thing I personally picked out of that game last night, I don't know about you, but guys, seriously, on a positive note, Blues lacked the half combination. They had no structure, and few of their players were put in awkward position. I mean, what was Freddie thinking? Oh my gosh. He could have brought in Campbell Graham, Matt Batten, Adam Reynolds, or even Cody Walker to spark up the team and keep their original hopes alive. I just hope that his contract as New South Wales coach is secured, or this might be the last time we see Freddie Fittler as New South Wales coach. All right, no Yumi Mausora plenty, but if you missed out on last night's game, here are some highlights of last night's State of Origin Game 2.
Origin 2, and a packed Suncorp is underway, and the opening exchanges will be barbaric. Centre of Suncorp, Cherry Evans, a kick over the top. He's got that aerial target out there of Coates, and Cook has a look around, and now Holmes has dived on the ball. Luai, a high ball out towards Coates. Oh! A huge collision. Moses backs himself, chips, chases, Moses. Harry Grant for Walsh, brilliant hands, Crichton with a chance. Crichton upfield, Cherry Evans is coming, Munster's coming, a few of them are coming. Cherry Evans with a wonderful tackle, the veteran, the 34-year-old. Reece Walsh, David Fafita, the pass was line ball, the Hammigans in away, they're in for their second, it's the first Origin try for Murray Talangi, put it down Murray, he delivered over the dead ball line, but he'll score. A high tester for Walsh off the boot of Moses, he's hit in the air there. Well, he's saying it was an incidental collision, and Walsh powers away and gets in the clear. Walsh tackled magnificently by Tedesco. Grant runs. Potter plays out the back. Carrigan sends it through the hands. Walsh over the top. Picked up on the bum. Holmes with the put down. It's his second. Grant, Munster, Tabuai Frido, Taulagi with a kick. Payne Haas is back there. It doesn't matter. It bounced. Gee, they love a try from the winger. Hudson Young through. One-handed offload. Ball picked up. Now it's with Cook. Cook to the line. Cook scores the try. They will go bananas if Queensland can score another one here. Cherry Evans out the back. Walsh passes to Coates. An aerial put down. And Reece Walsh has put his winger over. Xavier Coates. It's 5 and last now. Munster picks up across them. Here comes Air Coates. It's on the ground. It's a try. This is a performance of some substance by Queensland as Munster has a free passage back to the field of play.
Josh had a casserole punch. Josh is trying to punch. Josh is trying to punch. And then kind of a headbutt. You're off. Just like Reece, you're going to headbutt there as well, mate.
He's off too. The offload's out the back. It's juggled by Martin. It's picked up by Taulagi, and you can shine the shield and put it back in the cabinet.
And that was highlights of last night's State of Origin Game 2. Congratulations to Billy Slater and his coaching staff, and I just hope that Queensland continue their dominance under Slater's leadership going forward into the many years to come. All right, we'll take a look at our weekend scoreline, starting with NRL Round 16 results. Cowboys 27 walking over the Penrith Panthers 23. The Roosters defeating the Knights 18-16. Eels defeating the Eagles 34-4. The Storms 28 defeating the Tigers 16 points. And Sharks registering the biggest score of the NRL Round 16 with a 48 points defeat over Bulldogs 10. To the Host Plus Cup Round 12 results, Magpies 40 points defeating PNG Hunters 10, Blackhawks 34 going over the Jets on 18 points, the North Devils 23 defeating the Dolphins 22, winner Manly Seagulls 42 overpowering the Clydesdales on 32 points, the Tweedhead Seagulls 32 going over the Cutters 28. Northern Pride and Capras game was a draw, with both teams registering 12 points all, and the Falcons 20 points defeating the Tigers on 18. To the PNG NRLC Round 10 results, Angamioks continuing their winning streak, registering the 9th win of the round with 16 points over Kimbe Cutters 8, Gulf Iso 18 defeating the Sepik Pride, who are yet to win 16, Ella Wigman 18 points defeating the Port Moresby Vipers on 14, the Goroka Bintango Lahanis 22 overpowering the Agen Eagles on 20, Agmak Rabau Gurriers 20 points overpowering the Central Dabaris on 12 points, and the Mandi Moruks 14 defeating the Snakes Tigers on 10 points. To the Port Moresby Rugby Football League's men's A-grade round 8 results, Tarangau 20 points defeating the Coney Tigers on 18, Gulf West 16 points defeating the Butterflies on 14, Coney Storms 20 walking over the Magani on 14 points, Paga Panthers 18 going over the Defence 14, and the Hanobada Hawks 18 points defeating the Hohola Flies on 16. To the Port Moresby men's softball A-grade results, we saw Bears 7 points defeating the Stingers on 8, Bears 7 points defeating the Stingers nil, Gazelle 7 overpowering the Defence on 6 points, Brothers 2 points defeating the Aces on 1, Power 6 points defeating Cats on 4, and the Defence 1 point defeating Brothers on nil. To the Capital Rugby Union Premier Men's results, Wanderers 20 points defeating Crusaders 17, Harley Queens 32 defeating Marlins nil, Defence 21 defeating Nova 15, and Brothers 27 defeating the Piggies 13. Alright, we'll take a short break now, but before we do that, here is what's coming up on the show. We have the PNG Karate National Coach Julies Piku, who will be coming on set to give an update of the karate team that was recently announced to prepare for the Pacific Games. And we'll also see highlights of the University of Papua New Guinea's Unity Sports program that was recently launched this week by the university's Vice Chancellor, Professor Frank Griffin. Stay with us as we bring to you more of these updates after this short break right here on Sports Scene. Hi viewers, and welcome back to Sports Scene. Alright, I'm here at the University of Papua New Guinea's Soccer Oval to officially witness the launching of the 2023 Unity Sports program. The program is an initiative of the school that is split between 5 sectors of the school. So let's take a look and see how things unfold.
The purpose of our Unity Games is to bring everybody together in this period where very little academic activity is happening as far as the student population is concerned. It's an idea that was started a couple of years ago It's beginning to take traction now. For the staff who are not involved at the moment, we have been just talking about having our own intervarsity games. You have the student games here, and hopefully your SRC presidents can organize themselves to have an intervarsity game for students. For the staff, we will be organizing ourselves for intervarsity games next year. So the lecturers that you see in lecture rooms and in tutorial rooms, be kind to them. They have to now practice for next year's games. Some of them are not very fit, like me, but we will try our best to win some games when we go out there and enjoy ourselves. But this week's games is about enjoying yourselves, participating as the good Reverend prayed on our behalf, is to be honest in what you do, be dedicated to what you are getting yourselves into. The important thing is enjoy yourselves, build those relationships not just within your schools but with the other schools, so that you get to know who your counterparts are, because you never know in life. You might be a doctor or you might be a psychologist, but at one point in time you might need an economist or an accountant. These are the types of opportunities where you get to mingle with one another and get to establish those relationships, those partnerships, play to win the game, but in a clean, honest and fair way.
And that was highlights of the Unity Sports Program, an initiative of the University of Papua New Guinea. The program will run through till Friday with the winners to be announced. All right, we will take a short break now, and when we return, we will wrap things here on Sports In. Stay with us. Welcome back, and you're watching Sports In. Joining me on set tonight is the national coach of the PNG Karate team, Julies Piku. Julies has been involved in the sport for a very long time, and he has now transitioned into taking up coaching. Julies, good night, and thanks for joining me on the show tonight.
Good night. Thank you for having me on the show tonight. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, we will go straight into our first question. Our topic tonight will be more focused on the recently held National Karate Championship at the Tarama Aquatic Center. So from that Karate Championship, what's the total of number of athletes that Karate PNG selection panel has selected? Just give us a rundown on that.
Yes, briefly from the national title that we had over the weekend, we've selected 31 athletes from the tournament, which we think they are the right fit, perfect fit for the coming PG Games.
The Pacific Games, you mean?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, Pacific Games.
All right, karate is a technical sport, and just tell me about some of the criteria that we use to select this particular squad.
Now, the criteria that we use to select the team that we are looking for, it's based on the high performances, which we had the high performance team over the course or durations of the program since December last year. We had fitness testings, and so one of the criteria is the high performance. Also, the sports specifics. We're talking about technical aspects of karate itself, how they execute punches, and when you talk about the technical aspects of karate in scoring or in competition, we're looking at the 5 criteria in traditional teachings of karate. So those are the technical part of the criteria that we select our athletes based on. Also, with the standings or ratings in the former, the competitions they have taken part in, like international competitions and the domestic competitions. Yeah.
Will there be any trials or lead-up matches the wider team will be participating in to finalize just final preps before the games?
Yes, we have like seminar on the 21st of July to the 25th of July. We will have a seminar, technical seminar, and in the technical seminar we will have a little bit of like trials in there as well. But that would be where the 31 athletes that have been selected in the national team. They will be, undergoing, playing in that trials just to, measure up and get a feel of things, so that it gives the coaches an eye view of who can take the to compete the game time. Yes.
All right. Going into the SI Games in Solomon Islands, what is your take and what do you aim to achieve?
Yes. My take for the Solomon Island Pacific Games, I believe that we are looking at 10 gold medals. We believe we'll take home 10 gold medals. So we are working around the clock, trying to build our athletes prime for that, because we've seen certain areas over the years where our strengths are and where our weaknesses are, and we've developed our athletes. And like from the past 2015 games that we had here, the team that is now on board the team, the current team that is picked, they were transitioned. They were the development team there and then from the elite that were taking part. And so they've gone through a program. So we felt the time is right. That's why we are saying 10 gold medals. 2015 we got 1 gold medal and 5 silver, 8 bronze in 2015. And for this coming 2023, we believe we can go past the gold medal that we had. So we're looking for gold medal this time because the timing is right. Yeah.
That's right.
I'm very excited with the team currently because, in terms of how we structure our programs in karate, it's like it was established long time, with karate structure where students go through white belts to yellow belts. So it's sort of like when we talk sports science, we're talking about long-term athlete development program. So for us, it's nothing new. So we had the program already in place. So like I was just saying, from 2015 we have the crop of athletes who have been, who've gone through the program and they are coming through the ranks. So that is why we can measure the development from 2015 up. So we're excited. I'm very confident with the team, and I'm very excited. Yeah.
All right, Julius, just last question before you go. As a former PNG karate athlete, you represented PNG on several occasions through international and locally, and also you have been involved in teaching karate through taking up lessons in schools and in clubs as well. What has been the interest like from your own perspective? What has been the interest like from participants, and where do you want to see karate in the next 5 to 10 years' time?
Karate is it's a growing art. Some people like to say it's a sport, but I reckon it's not a sport. It's a traditional art, and so what it teaches is instills discipline and all the values, ethics. We talk ethics. So there's a growing demand in karate as I speak, in schools, institutions, and so I've seen, like I run an academy, and I've seen the growth of students coming in, you know, from schools, young kids coming as young as 4, 5, 6 years old coming up, and so the interest is really big, and not only in Port Moresby alone, but in other centers as well. So I strongly believe that with the social issues that we've faced in our society today, karate is a vehicle that, you know, drives home change. So we sort of like, for me, I believe that I am an agent of change. So in the next 10 to 5 years, or 5 to 10 years rather, I have that vision where, and also my counterparts in the league, we are aiming to introduce karate to the school or the education systems, our curriculum education system, so that, you know, like when we go to uni, we are being taught ethics, you know, so ethics should be taught back in primary school. Yes, so we felt that karate is a vehicle that we want to introduce it to schools, institutions, and make it become a curriculum. So that's the 5 to 10 years vision that we had. Yeah.
All right, that was the national coach Julies Piku giving us an insight on Karate PNG and their plans going into the Pacific Games in Solomon Islands. Julies, it was a pleasure having you come on board on the show tonight, and we wish you all the best going into your future events.
Thank you, David. Thank you for the sponsors of the program. It's been my pleasure to be here, and I wish you the best, and the crew, and all the stakeholders involved in the program. Thank you very much.
We'll take a short break now, and we will return with more here on Sports Scene. Welcome back, and you're watching Sports Scene. All right, we will go straight into our weekend previews for what's coming up this weekend. We'll start with NRL Round 17. On Friday night, the Dragons will go up against the Warriors. Then on Saturday, the Dolphins will take on the Parramatta Eels. Panthers going up against Knights. Storms will take on Sea Eagles. Broncos going up against Titans. And the Rabbitohs going up against the Cowboys. Then on Sunday, Roosters will take on Raiders to wrap up round 17 of the NRL. On bye is the Bulldogs, Sharks and Tigers. To the Host Plus Cup round 15 draws, Tigers will go up against the Jets, Bears taking on Tweed Head Seagulls, the Queensland Capras going up against Cutters, Black Hawks going up against the Northern Pride, winner Manly Seagulls will take on the Dolphins, North Devils will take on competition leaders Magpies, and the Falcons taking on PNG Hunters to wrap up round 15 of the Host Plus Cup. To PNG NRLC round 11 draws, Kimbe Cutters will take on Hagen Eagles, Lahanis going up against Muruks, the informed Angamioks will take on Snakes Tigers, Gulf Iso will go up against Central Dabaris, Vipers taking on Sepik Pride, and the Gurias going up against the competition's premiers, Ella Wigman. To CRU Premier Men's round 11 draws on Saturday, Piggies will go up against the Moni Plus Novas, Brothers taking on Harley Queens. Then on Sunday, Defense will take on Crusaders, and Valianters taking on Wanderers. To the Port Moresby Men's A-grade finals, Defense will go up against Aces, and Bears taking on Gessel. Unfortunately, this is where I get to say goodbye, but before I do that, if there's any stories or sporting events that you would like us to come and cover, do contact us on the following details on the screen, phone us on 312-9229, or email sportscene@mtv.com.pg, or you can personally visit us at Garden City Level 2, Boroko. Do make sure to leave your name and your contact details so we can get back straight to you. All right, this is where I leave you. Again, it was a pleasure having you join me on the show tonight. It was my pleasure, and we shall do this again, same time, same place, right here on your number one to watch, MTV. Until then, it's goodbye and God bless.